Hi. Excuse the giant forehead. I'm gonna do pre-shower makeup. So I do this periodically because I can't really wear the makeup that I like to do to work. And so I usually just don't even bother wearing makeup to work. Because there's just no point in putting it on. So I tend to just practice makeup before I take a shower. So that way on the couple times a year I get to actually go out and do stuff, I am at least semi-competent at doing makeup. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm very particular about my ears and my forehead, which is why I usually have bangs. So sorry, it's not going to look great. I don't do all the steps since I'm just literally going to wash it off in like a couple minutes. So I don't do all of the steps like I should, like putting on a primer and all that kind of stuff, because I'm not going to wear it long enough for that to really matter. Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm probably just going to talk about random stuff. Work's been pretty hard. I haven't been feeling super great. So I'm trying to figure some of that stuff out. Hopefully it's just like a mix of the weather and my neuropathy and stuff like that, and that's why I'm not feeling my best. But whatever the case, also, I'm blind, so if you see me squinting or leaning really close and you're stuck looking at my forehead, it's probably because I can't see without my glasses, because my eyes, I already misplaced my glasses. My glasses, because my eyes are like -5 and -5 and -2, -5.25. They're both over -5. So they're pretty bad. So I have to be pretty close to stuff to see. So if you see me leaning, it's probably that. I also have like my little mirror thing over here. So if you see me leaning off, it's probably me trying to actually look at something very detailed. Since I don't have a really good setup yet, eventually I'll probably have one where I can do this stuff like at a desk. But again, I picked this spot because it still has the best lighting so far that I found. So I don't think it's that bad. But anyway, that is what I'm going to be trying to do today. So, hi, Giggle. I remembered to say it this time. I'm going to try a jasmine bean inspired makeup look based off of actually this doll picture that I found. Um, it's a Monster High repaint by Kara's Customs on Instagram, and it doesn't look entirely impossible. I'm not super great at makeup, so it's not going to be perfect, but I'm going to just do whatever, and it's going to turn out the way that it turns out. Most of my makeup I either get on clearance because I don't really use makeup that much, or I was gifted a whole bunch. So you're going to see me probably using Jeffree Star palettes. I don't actually support Jeffree Star, and neither does she, but she was going to throw all of them out, and since I'm just using them to wash off in a couple minutes, I took them. She upgraded her palettes anyway. She uses like all like healthy brands, talc free, that kind of stuff, and I don't. So she went ahead and she gave me all those palettes. So if you see me using Jeffree Star, that's why I don't have any of the new palettes. These are just all palettes she was going to pitch, and I didn't want to just have them thrown away. So that's why I have those palettes, just in case anybody sees me using them. I know there's better palettes. I use a lot of ColourPop palettes too. And then she also gave me a whole bunch of Too Faced, and I have some of the Naked palettes as well. So I kind of just got really, really lucky when it came to that. And yeah, but like I said, my makeup's not going to look super great because I'm like, not doing everything that I normally would do, which is fine. Like I said, I don't usually have time to do stuff, and I'm not putting on a real face anyway, like expecting that I'm like gonna go out and do something. So I usually like to go lighter than this for my makeup because of like the more gothy kind of style. This is closer to what my color probably actually, like, it's not that far off. My face gets really red. I'm one of those people where like you barely touch my skin and my entire face turns like pink. It's also weird to do this because this like has it rotated, so it feels really weird. But anyway, it's been kind of a rough time lately at work. It's just been really busy, and it's crazy because I think we're like actually slowing down. It's like the slower part of the year. I'm gonna look absolutely crazy because I can't see. Um, I did try to use contacts. I know people ask me that all the time, like, why don't you use contacts? But I can't use contacts because my eyes, my doctor said, have like an oxygen problem. And so when I use contacts, my eyes can't breathe. And then my contacts wind up like suction cupping to my eyeballs. And when that happens, I can't get them back off. Like I have to like peel them off with my fingers. And sometimes I still can't get it off. And it's like really scary. I had like a panic attack the other day because I was trying to wear my contacts for cosplay. And I put them in and I thought I would be okay. But then I could feel like how dry my eyes were already getting. So going off to kind of look and see if I did it decently enough. Like I said, I don't really make this look perfect just because it is just going to get washed off in just a minute. So when I posted my pictures on my Instagram, usually I've literally barely done any of this. And that's why it doesn't look always the best. And I'm doing this more than I need to just because it doesn't look that bad. It'll be good enough. Like I said, I don't really care. I just do it for fun. I'm not one of those people that, you know, I wish I could be good at makeup, but it's just not something that I ever got good at. Growing up, my parents didn't let me do makeup. They'd always told me, like, when you get older, you can do makeup. So, like, when I was in middle school, I wasn't allowed to even really look at makeup. And by the time I got to high school, I was already like so scared of doing makeup because I didn't want to look stupid. I mean, keep in mind this was like the 2000s, right? But I did overpluck my eyebrows. Well, I got them waxed, and then you know how they were like really thin in the 2000s. I had that, but I didn't know how to do makeup, and my mom didn't really let me do any of that stuff until I was like 16. So by then, the only thing I was allowed to use was mascara and eyeliner, really. Like, she didn't get me eyeshadows or anything. And she told me not to use foundation because my skin was too young. Which, I mean, I guess that's true. For some people, like, my skin was pretty good back when I was a kid. I mean, it's not bad now. I can't complain about my skin. But because of that, I just never really got good at it. So I was that emo kid because I started being like an emo kid back when I was like 10. But because of that, let's see, do I like that pink? I don't know if I like that pink that much. This is the Cavity. Oh, I made my nose ring itch. It's called Cavity. I don't think Tongue Pop is a little bit too orangey. This is Cavity and then Tongue Pop. And then that one was Candy Floss, so I guess it's supposed to be like, which is a prettier color, but it's too light. I might wind up, let's see what this one looks like. That's a red actually, but that one was Prick, this like redder color. I know I'm not swatching very good, but sorry. I'm trying to get more of a pink color. He's got a purpley one, Root Canal. I haven't used that one yet. It's like that reddish purple. I prefer my purples to be, you see it up here. I prefer my purples to be more of a blue purple. I should have brought like a wet wipe or something over here. I don't know if I'm going to use that one. I might go with my Too Faced palette. I kind of like the Too Faced palettes, but they smell really, like this one smells so strongly of chocolate. I probably should have made sure that I don't have anything weird. Look, you can see me. But yeah, it smells very strongly of chocolate, which for someone like me kind of like stresses me out, I guess, just because it seems weird. I don't know. I'm just not normal. I have my phone sitting on my computer so I can like look at it and try to figure out what colors I want to use. I don't know, maybe I will use that pink. I don't think this one. This is just these are all dark, like browns and stuff. I'm going to do my eyes next. I don't think that's how the order is supposed to go, but that's how I'm doing it. I guess I will use that pink. It's a bright pink. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. Who knows? Not me. But anyway, yeah, when I was a kid, I wasn't really allowed to do makeup. So I kind of got behind, and then I became an emo back in, I wouldn't say I was an emo in 2010, because that was like, I was like 10, or 2000. I was 10 years old in 2000. So I kind of was more into System of a Down, other bands that were more on like alternative stations. And then I was really into Good Charlotte and a lot of those pop punk bands at the time. And so I probably looked insane because I had like the trip pants, I had the shoes, I had the band tees, but I wasn't allowed to do makeup. And my mom sure as heck did not let me dye my hair. That was not allowed. She told me I couldn't dye my hair until I started getting gray hairs. And so I couldn't dye my hair the entire time I was in school. So like seeing kids now that like can dye their hair at like 14 and stuff, I'm so jealous. So I was like that emo kid that like had all the clothes, had all the clothes and accessories. I would save up for them. I wasn't allowed to have a job when I was like that age because my parents wanted me to focus on school, which was fine. Like I can't complain about that either because they helped me out a lot with, just having fun money. But I would save it, or back in the day, we used to be able to get money from the school if we went to summer school. So I would save my summer school money, and that's what I would use to usually buy my like more alternative stuff. So my parents didn't have to spend all that money because alternative clothes, especially back then, were really expensive if you wanted to buy them new and not make them yourself because we didn't have very many options to buy stuff from, especially because like I couldn't order things online or anything. And I live in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like I have malls or something to go to. Like I have to drive pretty far just to get to a mall. So I didn't have access to that stuff all the time. Um, so yeah, I used to save that money and I would usually buy like Vans or Converse. And I have kind of hooded eyes. I know you can't tell as well because of the way my camera is, but I always have to remember that my eyes are fairly hooded. I don't know why I went so far on this eye and I didn't on this eye. Who knows what I was doing? Not thinking that's what. But anyway, so I used to save my money and I would go buy other stuff. And I was allowed to do nail polish. I did occasionally draw on my nails with Sharpie. So that was pretty typical for emo kids to do. But I was allowed to have nail polish after I was a teenager, so I would usually have it. But my mom hated when it was like chipping, like my nails are now. She always hated that. So she would ask me usually if I wanted to, if I would repaint them so that they wouldn't look so poopy, I guess, which I understand. Like it does look bad. Like I can't say it doesn't look bad. It totally did. But it was still fine. I didn't really think about it. I used to have really, really long hair. I mean, I have long hair now, but I mean, like, my hair was, like, past my waist back in the day, and, I miss having long hair like that, so I'm trying to grow it out, but it's really hard. Um, but yeah, I had really, really long curly hair, didn't wear any makeup, and I wore all of the, alternative style clothing. I was the only person in my grade that really dressed like that. We had a couple, like, skateboardish kind of kids, but I think the next like emo kids were probably like 3 or 4 years younger than me. And there were people that liked that style of music, but they didn't really like dress like that. And I used to wear my trip pants to school, and then I had a friend at the time, and he did some bad stuff with the chains on the pants, and then we got him banned. And I still have the pants, but I don't have the chains anymore, so I don't know if they got confiscated or if I just misplaced them at home because I had to take them off anyway. Because that could be that I just misplaced them. That sounds like something I would do, to be completely honest. So anyway, I'm trying to just load up on pink. Honestly, a lot of this is going to get covered with black, but, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. So she usually has kind of like a pink nose, so you can't see that on the doll as much, but I'm going to put it on here. I think I put a little bit too much. I'm not used to using the specific brush. I usually use a different one, but this is just the one I grabbed and I don't want to get up. So we're just going to make do. I definitely wouldn't have had the bravery to wear this kind of makeup when I was that young. I was pretty shy because where we lived, and I got bullied a lot because we didn't have like that many alternative kids, and so it was kind of hard being in a very rural area and then being alternative. Um, I also didn't have piercings until I was, I think, 18 or 17. I'd gotten earrings and then they got infected because I was just a kid, and I got them done at Walmart or something. And they got infected, so I had taken them out. But for a while, I'd worn just one earring. I only wanted one ear pierced, but the lady at Walmart wouldn't let me do that. She said that it's not cute for girls to only have one earring. And I told her that I didn't care. That's just what I wanted. And she kept telling me that only boys do that. And so I wound up going ahead and just piercing both ears because she argued with me so much. And yeah, so that was kind of annoying. And then I let them heal and I wound up piercing them again later. And I've had 2 earrings before, but the second set I took out and then I forgot to put them back in, and so it healed over. And I'd had my nose pierced before, but I'd let it heal too because I used to work in a daycare and the baby ripped it out, and yeah, so I had to let that heal all the way before I got that redone, which was horrible. Not the piercing, the baby almost ripping it out. That really, really, really hurt. But anyway, so I don't know what I'm gonna do next, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm gonna go back to my talking about school. I feel like I've been seeing actually like a lot of people talking about like, I wish that I lived, during the heyday of the emo era, and they're like, I'm just a weird girl and or boy now, and like, I'm sorry, but you wouldn't have been a cool kid back then just because there were not cool emo kids back then. Like, alternative styles are cool right now, but we literally got bullied so much. And especially, like I said, I was at a rural school, so it wasn't even like I had like a clique to go to. I used to hang out with my sister's friends because I didn't have like my own friends for a really long time. I hung out with like the skateboarder dudes a little bit, which there, like I said, there was like not many. And then there were a couple of like the other kids that were like also like advanced kids like me, like in the gifted program. And then there was my sister and her friends in the year below me. And that's who I hung out with because I didn't have people to hang out with. And kids just like really did not like the alternative kids. And I know it was really hard. I'm sure it was hard for the kids that were like a couple years below me that also were that way, but there was a couple of them in that grade. So I kind of hope that made it easier for them because at least they had each other to talk to. And I'm pretty lucky I had my sister because I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have my sister. Because it was hard. This doesn't have a mirror, so I'm gonna grab this, just use their mirror. But yeah, it was pretty hard to like be that person. And I tried to ignore it, but I'd always been kind of the weird kid anyway. So then when I started dressing weird too, and I can't lie, I was depressed, so it wasn't like some of the stuff that they made jokes about wasn't like completely weird, but I probably did some of those things that they would joke about. But it was still mean. I mean, I was just like a little girl. Like I said, I started dressing different when I was like 10. So it wasn't like a cool thing to do. That's for sure. Hot Topic back then was so different than it is now. Like, I still like Hot Topic now. I can't say like I completely hate it or anything, but it is so different. Like, I remember my mom, she used to take me there. She was actually pretty cool about that. Our store was really nice, and they were always really nice to her. She would go and she would talk to them about, like, she liked like Breaking Benjamin and stuff, you know, more normal alternative. And she would go in and she would talk to them about Breaking Benjamin or, you know, whatever. And they were always so nice to her while I like would shop. So she always would take me there. But that was back when Hot Topic looked like scary, you know, like we used to have like that red font that looked all jagged, and like they used to have all of the out exteriors of the stores had like those cage looking thing, like bars and stuff on it. And but she was never scared, and we like went in there the first time. She was kind of a little trepidatious, I think. um but after that, she talked to a couple of them, and they were all super cool to her, and so she just decided like that was fine, the store's okay. She used to take me to concerts a lot too, so I was pretty lucky in that. We usually go to a couple like concerts a year, and I would say like I think my first concert technically was probably some like Christian band that the church took the youth group to back when I used to do that kind of stuff. But then when I was a freshman in high school, we had a Korean foreign exchange student, and my mom really, really wanted her to be able to go to a concert before she left, because that's not something like they don't have the same kinds of concerts back then that we had. Like the same bands usually didn't go to Korea. It wasn't as like common anyway. And so she really, really, really wanted to take her to see a Korean or a non-Korean performance. And so yeah, so we took her to see Fall Out Boy, and they had come with Hawthorne Heights, All American Rejects, and From First to Last. And there was another band there, but I honestly don't remember who they were. They were the opening band, and we were honestly running late, so I don't remember who they were. Um, no, I just remember that we got there just in time. Like they were finishing their last couple of songs, and then From First to Last came on, who was one of the main bands I wanted to see because I was obsessed with Sonny Moore. And yeah, so that was like the first concert that I really went to. And then after that, my mom would take us to like Warped Tour, and they had other little festivals. Like the music station in the area used to hold a festival every summer, and we go to that one. But that was more like alternative music. But I did get to go to Warped Tour quite a few times. Um, and I actually would skip some just because I wasn't interested in the lineup. And now I kind of like regret skipping them because I was like, I should have just gone anyway. Like, who cares? I used to buy the Warped Tour CDs every year. You'd get 2 CDs, and usually it was like $6 or something really cheap. But anyway, I don't know what I'm doing with my makeup. I'm sorry. It probably looks absolutely atrocious. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I don't care. I already forgot what I was supposed to be doing with my makeup. It doesn't really look like what the picture was because I forgot to keep an eye on the picture. So we're just going to go with it. But yeah, anyway. So I was that weird kid. I mean, it probably is obvious that I was that weird kid. I'm trying to look at what I got over here. I'm just literally laying it on the floor. Let's see. This is all lip stuff. I should probably finish my contour of my nose. I'm trying to figure out nose contour and everything, honestly. I've never really done that stuff. I'm trying to practice more masculine looks too because I'm gender fluid, which I probably should have done as a kid when I only wanted one piercing, and everybody was like, oh, that's such a boy thing to do. And I was just like, yeah, that's super dope though. I should have like known that that was like not super normal. I think it's normal. Isn't it? Don't people do that sometimes? They just wanna. I guess it's not. I think my nose has like a bump on it, and I'm actually I hate it. I don't remember what it's called. There's like a name to people that have those ridges like on the bridge of their nose right there. I've never really cared for my nose. That's why I kind of want to get more piercings on it because I'm hoping it'll make me feel a little bit less self-conscious. I shouldn't care, but again, you know, people in school say stuff. Isn't that kind of dumb, like how you think about stuff that somebody in high school said to you? But like, I definitely did, and I shouldn't have. You know, this is the wrong brush. Oh, I totally just went the wrong spot for that. Oops. That's what happens. See, this is why I like don't usually do I don't usually do like real makeup because I usually get distracted and mess it up. See how I like smudged it up? I used the wrong brush. So, and now my nose looks like it's a little bit crooked because of the way that I put that on there. It'll be fine. Like I said, I do this stuff all the time and then I mess it up and then B will be like checking on me and I'll be like actually like crying because I don't have time to redo it. I only get the one chance to try to get this right, and if I do it wrong, that's all I got because I have to leave because we have other things we have to do. So let's see what I have. I don't remember. It'd be kind of cool to live in, like, to be a younger kid doing, like, alternative stuff. Now that it's, like, cooler to do. Because, like, I feel like I could be more myself, you know? Sorry, my face is gonna be kind of covered up because I'm trying to do my least favorite part. I have really shaky hands, so I used to give up on ever trying to be good at eyeliner. Trying to figure out how to make these even. I'm really bad at that. I do practice it, but is it me or is just wearing headbands like literally one of the worst things in the world? I'm doing this to keep my bangs out of my face, but it feels like my head's gonna explode. Should have just gotten like, I don't know, bobby pins or something. See how they're like not even similar? I guess it's harder to tell because I can, oops, that was crooked. I made that one crooked, but it doesn't matter because I'm technically going to mess it all up in a second anyway, semi-intentionally. Just fill it in. They say with hooded eyes you're supposed to like draw it out and then fill it in later. So we're trying that. And I definitely probably could have gone more pink on the sides, but I kind of want to go in more with black there. Oops, I did that again. See what I mean? I get like distracted by my own, like what I'm doing. Okay, I definitely need to put more black though, so we're gonna go pack more of that in. I don't feel like, I like the Stone Cold Fox palette, okay, but I feel like the black doesn't, like, you have to really, really pack the heck out of it to get it to even be semi-dark, and that kind of drives me insane. I know that most people's pictures are edited too, to make the colors look a lot more vibrant, but it still, like, just drives me insane, because I just want it to be super pigmented. I guess too, like back in the day when I used to I would sneak doing makeup because like I said, my mom didn't really let me do it. So I would sneak doing makeup. And when I would do that, I would do it like also right before a shower. But the only thing that I really had access to was my mom's mascara and her like not eye. Yeah, her like eyeliner. But she always used like the pencil. And she only used brown because she wasn't trying to go for like, you know, a super intense eye look. She still tells me sometimes that my eye looks are like too much. She'll be like, "Oh, you'd look prettier if you did a more natural look." And I'm like, "I don't want to look natural. I want to look like a cryptid or something you find, you know, in the woods. Or, you know, lurking in the sewer." I don't want to look like a person. But I get it. She doesn't understand. She's, you know, my dad's more like on the expressive side. So he never cared as much. But my mom was a little bit more, well, she's typical Latina mom. You know, they tend to be a little bit more conservative. I wouldn't say like truly conservative, like obviously, but more so than like a lot of other people's parents. I mean, she's less conservative than some of my tias, but okay, I'm supposed to draw in a whole bunch of stuff on my face now, and this is the part I always mess up. I'm gonna try to use, I just use these like NYX ones, and sometimes I have like, yeah, both of these are NYX. I have this NYX Lift and Snatch. This is actually for eyebrows, I think it says. I'm sorry, like I said, I can't see, so I'm kind of just going blind over here. But I also like their Epic ink liner. I feel like these stay really well because I do sleep in them sometimes, which you shouldn't do. Like, I do not recommend sleeping in them, but I'm bad. And so, sorry. So in this picture, it looks like they kind of just drew like streaks coming down the face, and then they drew the little thing over the nose. And I'm going to attempt that. But again, I have a tendency to mess up, and I can only do it once, so I don't have time to just like wipe it all off and then start again. If I mess up, it's just like, that's it. I have to figure out how to just make it look semi-decent so I can take a picture and not say that I wasted all of this time. So it's going to be a surprise for you guys to see where I put this line. I think it's supposed to go somewhere like right here. I always thought that these looks that she did were like so cute. But I feel like I can never get the little lines right. Like mine never look quite as good as hers always do, but I guess she like practices a lot. So, and like I said, it's hard when you can't see anything. Like I can't see in front of my own face. Like if you guys can't tell, but I'm like literally this close to the mirror right now trying to do this. And it's just not coming out the way I want. I'm going to try the other one. This one's not dark enough. Like I said, I'm just grabbing random stuff. I'll make it darker in the picture. I also have like an issue. You see how, can you see that? Because I'm putting on my forehead, my giant forehead. I don't shut my caps right, and then it all gets messed up, and then I'm mad. But it's my own fault for not being more careful. I should have gotten, I have like black, I think like the graphic liner, liquid liner stuff, but I've tried it before and I honestly didn't care for it as much as I should have. I just messed that up. Oh well. Like I said, YOLO. It is what it is, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. See how it got too fuzzy? It's because I think my pens are dying. I keep saying I need to go to the store, but like our Walmart doesn't usually carry the liner that I use. So then I have to wait to go like 40 minutes into the city to go to an Ulta. And I almost never get to go. And I don't have like a ton of people to hang out with. So if B doesn't want to go, then I usually don't go. Sometimes I get to go with his mom. My mom doesn't like makeup, so that kind of thing is really boring to her. I feel like I should have. I wish I could like see well enough that I could just draw it from here so I could see if I liked it. But I can't. Okay, what was I supposed to do? I think I was supposed to draw something under my eyes. I'm half tempted to do the under the nose thing too, but I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to do a more casual look today. Casual. I wish I had done the nose a lot better, but like I said, I don't have time to fix that. So it's just going to have to be how it is. I do have lashes that I can put on though, if I feel like it. And this is supposed to have like, it looks like cracks or something. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to do it because I feel like I'm going to mess it up. I think I'm going to not do the crack things because I don't know if I can. I'm just being honest. Because it's supposed to be like a crack thing. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to mess it up. I already know. I'm going to mess it up. Bummer. Oh well, I'm disappointed in how I did the nose. I just grabbed some random stuff. I want to do more of a pink lip instead of what I usually do. I want it to look more natural-ish. Like a more wearable jasmine bean look. Let's see if I like this pink. I don't usually overdraw my lips. Overdrawing your lips looks like really cute in pictures, but I feel like when you actually see the person, it looks really weird. Maybe it's just me. Because I've always had like a widow's, like, or not, a cupid's bow. That's what they call it. I got the wrong pink one, but again, it is what it is, so I'm going to have to use it. Is it straight? No. Am I straight? No. Sorry, it's hard to talk when I'm trying to do the lip part. I have like really old lipstick too because I like never wear it. So like this lipstick is super ancient. I don't think this is the color I meant to grab either. That's way too red. I think I might just pack it with eyeshadow. I do that all the time. I did put concealer and stuff on my lips, so I should have tried to make them less dry, but I'm going to use a different finger every time so they're not on my lip. I need to disinfect my palettes again. And I'm going to smudge it out anyway. Is this a hygienic way of doing makeup? Also, no, don't do it like this. Checking to see what fingers I have available. But I don't do makeup very often. And I never do it if I'm not feeling well anyway, because I barely do makeup ever anyway. Usually her makeup is like pretty smudged. She doesn't do looks like this as much anymore. She kind of does, I can't even say more natural, but I guess in comparison, it's a more natural look. And she does a lot more like blues and purples now instead of pinks, but she's in a different era now, so like I understand. But I just loved this era of makeup and the style of like clothes and everything that she wore. I mean, her music's still good, even like the newer stuff. So I can't say that that's bad or anything. I would try to do my brows, but I don't think I can. I don't know how they like make them look so good. You know, I'm supposed to like, just draw them in to make them a little bit darker, but usually I just pack in freaking eyeshadow like we used to do in the olden days. I haven't done my brows and stuff in forever. They're getting crazy. See, I made it darker though. I'm debating bleaching my brows actually to make them a little lighter to match my hair a little bit. I know you're only really supposed to do some of your brows, but I kind of got used to having thick brows. I don't think I remember to grab my spoolie. Oh, what the heck is this? Oh, that's black lipstick. I don't want that. See, I grabbed random stuff. I should have paid more attention to what I was grabbing, but I don't do that. Nothing I do is organized. It's not horrible. I should probably put blush on my face. Let's see if I can find something to do that. I had that other brush, but it got... I'll just wipe it on this white. It'll be good enough. Make sure it's not going to put brown all over my cheeks because I'm going to put some pink on my face. My cheeks, you can see even with the concealer and everything, they're already like pink. It bleeds through. I need to get like actual like ghost white, but you know. I like looking kind of like a clown. I think clown makeup's cool. Clowns actually kind of freak me out a little. But I also think they're like really, like, clown girls are really cute. So I like to do clown makeup basically. So this is probably a little bit Jasmine Bean / clown inspired. Because I don't know if she would necessarily maybe wear this much blush. But I like to. It's too much. I saw somebody talking about that the other day, how they were like blush blind in the past and they wore like way too much. I was like, same. But I think I'm just used to being red because I'm always flushed. I'm trying to look at this camera while I do it. That's fine. I could put a highlighter if I wanted. This cheek is higher than that cheek though. It's fine. I'm not, like I said, I'm not really picky about it. Let's see if I have something I can use as a highlighter out of what I have in my lap right now. Probably not. I don't like that one either. Let's try this one. I only brought 3 palettes over here. I'm gonna use this one. It's pink. Oh, I should have checked to see what that one looked like. That'll be fine. Who knows? Not me. I just do whatever. I kind of wonder what people's experience was like being an emo kid back in the day. Like, if you went to a big school. Like, I only had 63 kids graduate in my grade versus, you know, probably most kids had at least a couple hundred kids in their class. But I went to a very small school. So, like, and there's only 60 kids in your class. Like, it would be probably weird if you had a ton of kids that were alternative. And it's mostly farm country, like where I live. So like everybody's part of like those kinds of like clubs for like FFA and stuff. I'm gonna use this cheap mascara because it washes off easier. I typically use like one of these mascaras. This one's my favorite, but it's really hard to wash off. You have to use like a whole bunch of different creams to get it off. And since this is just my pre-shower stuff, I'm going to use this one because it washes off really easy. This is the same kind of stuff I used to use when I was a kid. I gotta hold it higher. I'm kind of curious though, like I said, about what it would have been like to go to a big school, because there probably would have been more than just like, you know, a handful of kids that were into alternative aesthetics. And maybe things would have been a lot easier. Maybe those kids didn't get bullied nearly as much as I would in like my school. I'm not sure. I don't know why mascara is so hard for general. I usually stab myself in the eye. I'm trying not to do that this time. I should have made crying brows, but I didn't have the right stuff this time. I still haven't decided if I want to try to fix my nose, but like I said, I don't think I will. I'd have to get a whole bunch of stuff, and I don't want to get up. To be honest, I'm not even wearing pants, so I have like shorts on. I don't want to get up. I was wearing jeans at work, and I don't like wearing jeans all the time. I just want to live in sweatpants and stuff. I want to do something else cooler. It's not bad. It's just so simple. But I was too scared to try the other stuff. You know what? I'm going to do it anyway. This is what it looks like right now. I'm going to mess it up. Should I take pictures so I can put it on my Instagram and be like, this is what I look like before I messed up my face? It looks silly. It doesn't look that bad. But I'm definitely going to mess it up. We'll see. Just We'll see what I'm going to do. Because I think I'd had another picture that I had saved that I really liked. But she like literally just like it's not a, she didn't actually draw it. It's like a filter, I think. But it's literally just like somebody drew all over their face. But I know I'm going to get frustrated because it's going to be, I wonder if this will be darker. This doesn't dry very well though. And the brush is not very thin. But this does get very black and it doesn't come off very easy, but it is a pain in the butt when it doesn't dry. What was I holding? No, I just picked that one up. See, this is what happens when you're blind like me. I can't see. So it's gonna look a little different because I did it much different than she did since I tried to do this thing at first. But it looks more like somebody was just going like this. Feels weird. I'm just going to keep doing that over. It's kind of fun actually. This is relaxing. I'll have to just... I don't care. Like I said, I just do whatever I want. Makeup is supposed to be fun anyway. Like, who cares? I don't take it very seriously. And it adds some personality, right? Because life's so short. And I didn't get to do, like I said, a lot of this stuff growing up. So it never was like something that I could play around with. Like my parents didn't even get us like that kid makeup. My dad would sometimes do stage makeup stuff because he technically did that kind of thing. Now hers has like a cross in the middle, but I kind of want to do something different. So I'm going to try to make like a weird loopy like heart or something. I don't think that looks, it kind of does. Kind of looks like a heart now, right? I'm going to do more on the brows. Hers didn't have that, but again, I hate my forehead, so I feel like I just have to color it in because I just don't like looking at it. I always thought my forehead was really big. Nobody ever said that to me, but I just always felt that way. Now hers, of course, did the mouth, but I kind of went too crazy on the cheeks, so I can't really fill in my mouth the way that the mouth in this filter is. So I'm going to probably just do a small one. I'm just going to draw it out so I kind of know where I want to be, and then I'm going to just... It's a shame because I actually kind of did like this lip. I like drawing on my face. I might put black on the inside. I think that would look cool. This is not the right stuff for your lips either, by the way. But again, I don't care. I want to look like a doll, like something that I've drawn. Like, you know, a customized doll. Everybody customizes dolls, right? No? I kind of think I want to add pink inside that heart, though. Wouldn't that look kind of cool? I don't know. Like I said, I can't see my face from here, so I kind of look psychotic. I think I just do look psychotic. I think that's okay. We're going to just add a little bit of pink. It'll make it look cuter, right? And then I'm going to add some black to my mouth. Yeah, now it looks a little bit more like a heart because it's actually pink. Oh, my dumb butt forgot that this is right there. I can smudge some pink around my mouth like I usually do to kind of make it look a little bit messier. I actually really liked that lip combo though, which kind of stinks because it was just eyeshadow. So I might have to go and find a color that's similar. Okay, I'm smudging it. Trying not to smudge like everything else. Granted, this is that eyeshadow that I use, so it doesn't smudge that easy. Or the eyeliner that I use. It's actually probably going to be a huge pain in the butt to get off. I think B's still watching me, and he's probably like, she looks like a psychopath right now. Do I look like a psychopath right now? I need to put black. We'll use this. He's really forgiving about everything that I do. I'd kind of given up on being alternative for a long time. And I tried to like fit in so that I could get jobs easier and stuff. And I kind of had like a mental breakdown over it not that long ago. I guess within like within the last 10 years. I guess it's been a while. And he was just like, oh, just throw out all your clothes and just buy new ones so you can wear what you want. I did not do that though. But I did start thrifting more for stuff that I wanted to wear. Yes, I'll clean my brush. I know it's in my mouth. And you can do the little alcohol thing for your palettes too. But I don't share these with anybody. I don't have anybody to use makeup. But yeah, so he basically just bought me whatever I said I wanted. And so I kind of started a semi-new wardrobe. I have some clothes that I mostly wear to work, but work kind of also loosened up. And like, I obviously am not going to wear like this to work, but I can wear a little bit more, like this shirt I do wear to work. I just don't wear makeup with it, that kind of thing. And I think it kind of turns out nice. I'm going to kind of add some black around here. Actually, that turned out a little bit better than I expected, to be completely honest. So like I said, I can't see, so I never know what I'm doing. Yes, I know that was in my mouth and now it's in my eye. You guys don't want to know what we did back in the day. Oh my god. We used to be licking stuff and putting it in our eyes. It's just the way that it was. We didn't have many options. I know I've seen like older, I shouldn't say older because I'm the same age, older goths and elder emos talking about like what we used to do for makeup because we didn't have all these palettes and stuff. But most of it, like I said, was just literally coloring in your entire eyelid with a pencil, which is annoying. I just got some lashes at Walmart on clearance. I'm kind of a sucker for those. These are the lashes that I got. I'm kind of tempted to use little sparkly ones, but I don't really think little glitter dot gemstone ones is probably the best choice. So I'm going to probably just go with the ones on top because they probably look the least natural. I also forgot to bring a pencil to tightline, so my eyelids are probably going to look a little bit crazy. How much time do I have? Oh shoot, I have less than 30 minutes to do everything. I have never seen this lash glue. This is like it's actually a black lash glue. Well, that's what we're using. So let's see. I've never used it before. I've used this brand of lashes, obviously. Sometimes I do my makeup and I feel like wearing lashes, but I don't feel like actually making sure the lashes will stay on my face. So I just kind of put them on my eyelid and hope that they'll work, which usually does not. And then I get upset because in my picture the lashes aren't staying on. But I'm like, sweetie, what did you expect was going to happen? Like, how do you think the lashes are going to just stay in your eyelids while you go outside and it's really windy? Like, duh. Okay, I took these off and I already forgot what. Okay, I think this was supposed to go on this one because of the way that it is. So let's just kind of, I'm going to try to be good and make sure that I let the lash glue get tacky enough. That's my other problem is I'm really bad about letting it get tacky enough and then it doesn't want to stay. So we're going to try. They claim these are Kiss's Lash Couture, which this was actually a good box because I bought this box and it was $4 and I got 4 lashes plus this lash glue. So if it works, that's like a good deal. I always check the clearance aisle at Walmart to see if they have a good deal on lashes and other stuff because like I said, I use it so weird. Oh crap, I almost dropped it. I can't see very good. Hopefully that was my eye. Hey, I think I kind of did it. I think I got it on there. That actually looks a lot more natural than I thought. I know it's hard to see because the lashes the black is on the lashes and everything. It's all black in that spot. We'll see how it looks when I take my stuff off. This is going to be such a pain to get off quickly. I don't know what I was thinking. I do. Oh, I put that too far over. Darn it. Oh, come on. You, what are you even playing? Are you playing a game? I think I got him on. Oh, he's painting his minifigs. Okay. Well, that's the look that it's going to be because that's what I did. Now, realistically, I should put like a wig or something on. It actually isn't that bad. I'll just make my hair do this a little bit. I'd ask Pete what he thinks, but no matter what I do, he always tells me I look good. Because I'm spoiled. I think it turned out fine. Sorry I didn't have anything like actually cool to talk about, and I literally just randomly talked about random things. I don't know, I guess some people like that. Got to hear about me being an emo back in 2010 a little bit. I definitely have more stories because, like I said, there weren't that many people, and that was like back in the day where you'd like go to the mall and people would randomly hug you. That was like really popular. I had people. We used to ride on our Converse back in the day. I don't know if kids still do that, but I've had strangers just ride on my Converse. I don't have any of that stuff anymore because they got damaged. I used to have the high top ones too that come to your knee, but they got damaged because of bad storage situation. And so my mom had to throw them all away, and I'm still like really upset about them. I wish I could have saved them, but she said there's nothing you could do because there was like mildew or something all over them. But I had solid black, so like the plastic parts were black, the canvas was black, the laces were black, the little patch on it was black, black on black on black. They were so nice. I used to wear them all the time. I wore everything in those. I just loved them so much. I'm so bummed about it. I wore them all through college too. But anyway, yeah, I have stories about Warped Tour. I had fun at Warped Tour. It was always very hot, summertime. So, but it was fun. I mean, I got to see a lot of really cool bands. So I can't be upset about it. I wish I would have gone to the last one, but we didn't know it was the last one, and I honestly hated the lineup, so we didn't go to that one. And kind of a bummer. But I'm gonna see Attack Attack soon. I think Attack Attack and Icy Stars are about to start touring together, so I'm excited about that. And of course, 21 Pilots is touring for their new album as well. So I have my tickets for that, and I want to go see more bands if they have some cool ones come in the area. But I'm gonna have to just keep an eye out. I don't like traveling all the way to like Chicago or Kansas City or something to see some of these bands because I'm a homebody. But anyway, I'm gonna go so I can try to take some pictures, and then I have to hurry up and get all of this off. But I don't really have anything else. This was all just kind of a disorganized video, so there's gonna be no timestamps because it's literally just me scribbling on my face. But thanks for watching me scribble on my face, if you stayed or if you came back and watched. Maybe one day I'll get better at makeup. Maybe one day I'll be able to see. Probably not. But anyway, bye, Giggle.